When Captain Elias Munro crash-landed on the moon of Varela, he expected to die alone in its silver jungles. His ship had taken a hit during an ambush, power cells melted to slag, escape pods ejected improperly. But instead of death, he found himself face to face with beings straight from myth. They were tall, statuesque, and otherworldly. Skin like polished obsidian, eyes a gleaming gold, and hair that shimmered like starfields. They were the daughters of House Rivelin, a matriarchal warrior clan from an old race known to a few Terran scholars as the Lorathi. Elias had read about them. Reclusive, proud, and xenophobic. No Terran had ever been allowed to walk among them. But now, one stood over him with a blade lowered and a curious expression on her face. Her name was Kaelri. "You are broken," she said, crouching beside him. "But not dead." Elias chuckled weakly. "Guess I disappointed the Reaper today." She tilted her head, seemingly amused. Then, without warning, she lifted him effortlessly and carried him into the trees. The beginning. A fragile guest in a fortress of goddesses. Elias awoke in a chamber carved from crystal and living bark. Bioluminescent vines glowed across the ceiling. Strange machines, half organic, half metal, buzzed softly. He was no longer in his pressure suit. Instead, he wore a flowing tunic woven from some silk-like fiber. Kaelri stood at the doorway with her arms crossed. "You heal fast," she observed. "For a soft creature." "Terrans are tougher than we look," Elias said, sitting up. "Where am I?" "You are within the Spire of Moons, our house's heart. My sisters wished to kill you. I convinced them otherwise." "That's comforting." She walked over to him, her eyes narrowing. "Do not mock my gift, Terran. I have risked much." Elias held up his hands. "You saved me. I'm grateful. Truly." "But why?" Kaelri looked at him with something close to hunger, and yet not predatory. She spoke carefully. "There are legends that when a starborn warrior finds a man from the outer dark, one not of the Lorathi, that he may awaken her Kethlar, her blood flame. I felt it the moment I touched your skin." "Blood flame," Elias repeated, wary. "It means I must either claim you or go mad from denial." He blinked. "Claim? As in?" "Yes," she said, leaning closer, voice like molten silver. "As in mating. But I am no beast. I would not take you unwilling." Elias stared. Was this real? Was he really being propositioned by an alien goddess in her marble temple? Then she knelt. "I beg you, Terran. Claim me, and I shall be yours until the stars grow cold." He swallowed, the moment thick with tension. He reached out and paused. "Your sisters. What do they think of this?" Kaelri's eyes darkened. "They oppose me. They believe no outsider is worthy. They may try to take you from me. Or worse." Elias stood wobbling. "Then maybe we should meet them." The middle. Sisters of Steel and Secret Desires. The great hall of the Rivelin Sisters was a cathedral of stone and starlight. 7 figures stood like war statues, each one a vision of power, armed and armored, their beauty terrifying. The eldest, Saratha, stepped forward. "So this is the human." Elias offered a weak smile. "Captain Elias Munro, Terran Navy." "You are unworthy," she declared. "Yet your sister saved my life." Saratha's lips twitched. "Kaelri is impulsive. She believes in the old songs. But we know better. A human cannot satisfy the flame. You are too fragile." "Try me," Elias muttered, and immediately regretted it. The room went still. Then, surprisingly, one of the sisters chuckled. A younger one, with twin braids and amber eyes, Yelvara. He has teeth, she mused. And spirit. Another, tall and cold like carved ice, named Dreve, added. Let the trial decide. Trial? Elias asked, not liking the sound of it. Sarah turned to Kael'ri. You may keep him, if he passes the rite of echoes. He must endure 3 challenges, each chosen by a sister. If he fails, he dies. If he succeeds, he belongs to you. Fully. And if he wins but chooses not to belong? Elias asked. Then you may leave, Sarah said. But know this. Lorothy hearts do not unburn easily. The trials. Flame, flesh and trust. First trial. The arena of beasts. Yelvara's challenge was physical. Let us see if your bones bend like sapwood or steel. Elias was thrown into a ring with a 6-limbed creature that roared like thunder and bled acid. He had no armor, only a blade. Kael'ri tried to intervene, but Elias stopped her. I fought worse. Probably. The battle was brutal. Elias used speed, guile, and old military tricks. He ducked, weaved, leapt onto the creature's back, and drove the blade into the soft ridge behind its third eye. When the beast collapsed, the sisters leaned forward, stunned. Yelvara smirked. Perhaps I was wrong. Second trial, the mirror of desires. Dreve's challenge was stranger. Elias was placed in a dark chamber, where he saw illusions, memories, temptations, lovers, lost comrades, all offering him escape if he abandoned Kael'ri. But Elias held fast, whispering to each ghost, I've got something real now. When he emerged, Dreve nodded once. You passed. Third trial, the touch of truth. Sarah herself administered the final test. You must let me into your mind, she said. No walls. No lies. If you are found impure in intention, we will destroy you. Kael'ri protested. He's done enough. But Elias nodded. Let's get it over with. Sarah placed her hand on his chest. Pulse of energy surged. Visions flickered. His fear. His unexpected love for Kael'ri, tender and raw, forming from the strangest soil. When she withdrew her hand, Sarotha's expression had changed. He is true. The twist. A request from the sisters. That night, in the glow of twin moons, Kael'ri took Elias to her private sanctuary. There she kissed him, trembling, fierce, grateful. I did not think you'd pass, she whispered. But now I am yours. He held her. I don't belong to anyone. But I choose you. They made love beneath the starlit canopy. She wept softly afterward, her spines relaxing against his chest. But before the dawn, there was a knock at the crystal door. It was Yelvara. Behind her stood Dreve. And Sarah. Kael'ri tensed. What do you want? Sarah stepped forward, eyes unreadable. A request. Elias sat up, confused. A request. Sarah looked him in the eye. We felt what you are. In the right. You are more than you seem. The blood flame is not limited to Kael'ri. What are you saying? Dreve stepped forward. The old legends speak of one who can awaken the whole line. Fovel. A lifebinder. We thought it myth. But now. Kael'ri stood protective. You want to share him. Yelvara smiled faintly. Only if he consents. We are not thieves. Elias stared. For powerful alien sisters, each impossibly stunning, were asking him for something beyond comprehension. He looked to Kael'ri. She took his hand. It is your choice. I would not stop you. But I would not leave you either. Elias took a breath. then nodded slowly. Then let's do something new. Something human. And Lorothy. The ending, flame that binds, fire that heals.